Action. Oh, it started recording. Ooh, my fault. We back at it. Two things I figured out. One, you can't resize while you're recording, which I think is crazy. Just in case some shit like this happens, and it already got it. It'll allow you to fix what you need to fix. Two, your boy need a new computer, but that's also on the way, so I'm not really gonna think too much of it. It might just make this a little bit more difficult for the simple fact that the way that I gotta do this right now is gonna make it more difficult on my end. It's not gonna really change nothing for you guys except for maybe like the viewing angle and the way you guys see things. But at the same time, this is part 2 to the video that we was just watching. And what I wouldn't necessarily say a part 2, this is just us officially finishing this video. Last video, I had to fix what I had to fix because it started buffering, and then I tried to fix it mid video, and that kind of fucked it up. But with that being said, let's continue this video.
Alright, so we're gonna head down to the Lee County Jail based off of that. Do you have any questions or do you have any comments?
I do.
Okay, go ahead. I'm here.
I need to call my boyfriend.
Okay.
I just don't have his number, so...
Okay. How do we get his number?
It's on my phone.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm bringing your phone to the jail. Once we get to the jail, there's a booking process, so I have to do some paperwork, right? Once I finish my paperwork, I hand you over to the Lee County Sheriff's Office deputies intake. They grab you. They get your phones out, the numbers out of your phone. Okay, so that at that point is when you'll get the number for your boyfriend, and you'll be able to call him once I transfer custody for the jail. Okay.
Okay, and then what after?
That's up to you and the judge. You have to speak to the judge. You might make it in time for first appearance. You might not. That's depending on the whole booking process, okay? But if you do, you might speak to them this morning, or if not, you'll speak to them tomorrow morning.
So, like, what does that mean?
What do you mean? You'll be held in the jail until you are able to speak to the judge.
What? Even? Like...
That's what happens when you steal, you know what I mean?
There might be a second appearance at 11, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, like I said, the benefit to you right now is that it's really early and that they haven't even opened yet. So if we're able
How
to...
How long does it take?
What, this whole process, me doing the paperwork and stuff and getting you into the jail? Well, since we do have to wait for whoever you called to come and watch the kids, hopefully if I can knock out the paperwork and there's no line at the jail, it's probably going to take us, what, maybe 10:30. Like I said, I'll try and do my best. I don't want to be in the jail as much as you do.
How much it was at Target?
What do you mean?
Do you know how much?
It's a misdemeanor charge, so I would just be careful.
Yeah, misdemeanor charge. She's not really gonna get no jail time. She probably gonna get a couple weeks, if that. Couple days maybe. Probation. She might have to do community service, something like that. The way it's looking is she didn't really want to do this, even though she did this. I'm not saying that that's the case, but the way she acting is like, oh, or the way it seems to me as though it's like, oh, okay, cool, let me call him, one, because this wasn't on me, but she not gonna say that this was on her. She not gonna say, oh, he told me to do this, which he probably didn't, but he was there, so he probably did, who knows. But simple fact of that being, she getting a misdemeanor for the simple fact that it wasn't $1,000 or more. So they're not gonna actually book her, or when I say book, she's not gonna have to sit in jail. She's gonna, like you said, if he's done by 10:30, she's gonna talk to a judge. A judge is gonna say, pay this fine, do this community service, or you're gonna have to revisit this. We're gonna open this back up, and then you're actually gonna have to do time. That's essentially how this more than likely is gonna go.
There are other cases open, okay? You didn't just steal from this target on this particular day. You also did it multiple other times, okay?
Never mind. She might actually get booked. Sorry, speaking too early. If they got a call for multiple, they're gonna rack it up to all the charges that she's done, they're gonna, combine them. So now they're gonna take all the prices in whole, the fines in whole, and say, oh, this from this date, this from this day, say 500 from what we see, maybe 250 from the other, maybe 75 from the next one. And depending on how many times she dated, if it does go to $1,000, then yeah, she is gonna get.
So there may be other charges pending, but right now, I'm
What is,
investigating a certain case. I have found probable cause to make an arrest for my case. There are other cases right now that are being investigated. I'm just giving you that heads up. So right now, you have a misdemeanor charge with me, but you may have a felony down the road. Just letting you know.
So there's other ones open? Like, what does that mean?
There may be. I don't know. I'm not saying that you're.
Understanding how there may be, I only go to one target.
Well,
And like I said, essentially the difference between a misdemeanor and a felony, if you guys already caught it, felony is $1,000 or more, misdemeanor is under $1,000. So $999.99 essentially is still a misdemeanor. Once it hits $1,000, then it becomes a felony.
not true. Because we have you on security video footage at others. Okay.
What others?
I don't know specifics about other cases. All I know is this case is my case, and like I said, I found probable cause to make an arrest. Okay. Do you have any other questions or comments?
Will I be able to talk to my grandma before she goes?
Yeah, I'll let her talk to you. Any other questions, comments, concerns that I can answer for you? Just trying to be real with you. That's all.
No, but I just need to speak with my grandma.
Okay, that's fine. I'll close the door now. Okay.
I guess if she was doing the same thing, I'll build her target. So,
of course.
I don't know,
Yeah, she's just claiming. I mean, I read her. She was willing to talk, but she's claiming she doesn't remember. So.
We'll just start showing her pictures.
It's all right.
No, but she don't. Just fine.
I want that.
Yeah, go ahead. Conference.
No, I don't need to come.
Okay.
I don't want to tell her about the investigation.
No, 100% in
Public social, because I don't want her to go home and delete everything.
No, yeah, 100%. 100%, I agree with you. So,
Just left it at that.
it was easier to identify her,
Absolutely. As soon as she
Somebody.
opened the door. And then she just gave me her.
You seen the tattoo too as well? It's crazy.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, I'll stay here.
That's another thing you just said. Police ain't your friends. Granted, the encounters that I've had with the police, it ain't really gone south for the simple fact anything that they've tried to get me for, or that anything that has happened, like, I don't even know if I should be saying this, but oh well. There was a situation where, I should have came to my house. Things went south. I told her to get out. She wasn't having that because I got guns. She tried to say I grabbed one. Thing that she didn't know is my shit's registered to me. Like, I got a concealed carry license and shit like that. So I'm only saying that to say, if you have everything in order, 7 times out of 10, I'm not gonna say things are gonna go your way, but they're not gonna sit here and bullshit you. Like right now they're bullshitting her, right? So they brought her out, made it seem like everything was all sweet, cool, fine and dandy, just to get her to come outside. Yet they're still doing their job. Their job is to arrest as many people as they can. Their job is to take down criminals. Half the people that take ain't really even criminals. Some of them be the wrong people. Granted, this situation is clearly her, for the simple fact they got her on camera. They got her on footage. They're doing an active investigation on social media. But again, he just said he's not going to tell her that for the simple fact that he don't want her to go home and delete it. Another thing that I was going to say was also something to it. Hold on. Because it went accordance to what they were saying. But that was... oh, shit. I need to come...
I don't need to come. I don't want to tell her about the investigation.
No, 100% in
Public social, because I don't want her to go home and delete everything.
No, yeah, 100%. 100%, I agree with you. So,
Just left it at that.
it was easier to identify her,
Absolutely. As soon as she...
He's gonna say tattoos. That's what I was looking for. Tattoos are identifying marks, right? So, if you're doing crimes, if you're doing anything and you got tattoos, I'm not saying cover them up. But if you are doing crimes and you have tattoos, that is going to make things 10 times, if not 100 times easier for them to identify you. If you're posting on social media, it's going to make it 10 times and 100 times easier for them to identify you. So no, I'm not saying do a crime, don't post it. What I'm saying is whatever you're doing, there's always eyes watching. Now at least, now more so than ever, there's always eyes watching. For the simple fact, everyone has a camera. There's a camera on every block that you walk past, every corner that you go, every store that you pass by more than likely has a camera. Every store that you go in more than likely now has cameras. Whether it's cameras as we saw in the beginning, they did a top-down footage of them stealing, like, here, damn, where are we at, 26, footage.
And was further corroborated by Target's CCTV footage on the day of the
shit like that, where it's like everywhere and everything now has cameras. So trying to get away with doing the smallest things, 9 times out of 10 you're not. Yeah, you might skate off for a good year or so, or whatever the case may be, or however long, you skate with it. But if they want you, they're gonna come get you. And if they want you, they're gonna go to people who were your friends from high school, who either didn't like you or got something, just nothing to do with their life, just to say, oh yeah, I saw this person, they're posting on social media that they're, yeah. Just be careful is all I'm saying. With whatever you're doing, even if you're not doing anything crazy, just be careful, because something as small as like speeding or something like, just things that people wouldn't really take into consideration could possibly fuck you over. So that's all I'm saying. Just be careful.
She just gave me her.
You seen the tattoo too? This one? It's crazy.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, I'll stay here.
So, just wait my grandma. I'll wait here.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. The 1-year-old sleeping in her bed.
Oh, okay.
But I told him his mom has to go pick up his dad, so that's why we're here.
Crazy thing is, technically they're not supposed to be in her house since they don't have a warrant. Yeah, they're doing an investigation, but they don't have a warrant. Or they probably do. I don't know, but as of right now, I don't think they're supposed to be in her house. One, for the simple fact her kids is in there, ain't nobody else in there, she's not in there. So they could run through everything and do it. They technically not supposed to be in her house right now. Maybe I'm wrong. I personally don't think that they should, for the simple fact that, yeah, they got her for what they need her. They already got the footage, they already got all that they need. They didn't get a warrant to grab the items that were in the investigation. They don't got none of that. But like I said, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And again, some people could see it as, oh, they're just looking out to make sure the kids are safe. They could be. But he could also be running through her right now, taking stuff out of her house. You never know. That's another video that I'm post up. You got cops who do arrest, go out just to run through people's house and rob them blindly, because they got a warrant to search your house. But while they're still looking for the evidence for that warrant, they're robbing you blindly. Now, how to combat that? Some people may not, some people may. Get cameras. And granted, cameras is only there to stop, or cameras aren't there to stop anything, they're there to let you know after the fact. But it's gonna stop them from doing what they doing. Well, no, it won't. Like I said, it's not gonna stop them. It's only there to stop the aftermath, or it's there for the aftermath. But at least you got that footage. Like I said, that's gonna be a video that I look into, cause not saying all cops do that, but you do got cops out there that will do that. Like, just cops are just regular people, just in a uniform, just at work. People steal, people kill, people do all of that. So anything a regular human would do, a cop would do, because they're regular humans. Their job just entails they have to make arrest on people. They have to do this, they have to do that. Yeah, that's going to be a video I look into.
What does your grandma drive?
It's a white car.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Chevy.
Okay. Just making sure.
Is that them right there?
No. You're working. Everything's
Oh,
good.
yeah, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Of course.
I mean, if you guys don't need me for anything else, I'm about to take off.
Okay.
Marlena's grandma now arrives on scene to take care of the kids while Velez is in jail.
Props to the
Ma'am,
grandma.
she's over here. She wants to talk to you. Yeah, she's right.
Props to the grandma. She actually
So
showed
what
up.
happened?
He said something at Target, like some stuff I didn't scan.
Target or Walmart? Which one?
He said Target.
Well, you better figure it out. I have to call because I had to cancel my doctor's appointment, okay? I'll text you and
Props to the grandma. But to the granddaughter, you got your grandma in a fucked up position. Your grandma missed her doctor's appointment to come help you. Man, shorty better show love. That's all I'm saying. And obviously she is, because she said that her grandma's the only one that she trusts. Hopefully she do. Props to the grandma though.
But don't call anyone else.
I won't.
Wait.
Yeah.
Don't call anyone else. Tell him do not. I mean, I'll tell him, but tell him do not call anyone either. That I'm gonna call him.
He's not going to pre-K today, right?
Take her.
She probably saying don't tell anyone else, for the simple fact they already look at her like she a fuck up. I think she said she was 20 years old with a kid, or I think they said she's 20 years old with 2 kids. I don't remember the age, but her peoples probably look at her like she a fuck up, so she's like, yeah, this is just gonna get them the ammo that they need. Another thing I realized, I need not a camera, I need a light, so shit ain't bright, at least a light that's facing towards me. But I'll figure that out later. That's just another thing that I'm just peeping. And I didn't necessarily just peep it, because I've been, noticing that I need one. But, again.
Oh no, I'm not going to do that because then I have to get Papa some. I say I have to. Okay, she could cancel today. All right. Love you.
Love you too. Remember what I said?
Bye. Don't worry. I got it. Okay, thank you.
Props to the grandma.
TikTok influencer Marlena Velez was charged with misdemeanor petty retail theft in the first degree. She was given a $150 pre-trial cash bond. Velez pled no contest to her charges on December 9th, 2024. But 4 months later, on March 4th, 2025, a judge found her guilty on all charges. She was given probation with the conditions of staying away from all Target locations, paying $725.32 in restitution to Target, attending and completing 20 days in the Lee County Sheriff's Day work program, and she was also ordered to pay $220 in court fees. These
Essentially, what they just made her do is pay the fines that she stole. That's the rest. I think her restitution fee. And then she had probation. So she just had to the program is essentially just community service. So yeah, that's it. That's all she got. Granted, I don't think it's gonna fuck up anything on her record. It's not gonna. Yeah, it's gonna show on her record, and people aren't gonna wanna, do business with her or whatever the case may be. But anything as far as that, it ain't gonna really do anything. It's not like she got a felony, so now she can't get certain things. Now she can't go certain places, cause once you get hit with a felony, and granted, some people, some places don't like misdemeanors either. But once you get hit with a felony, you can't travel. You can't go get certain things. Like say you were to catch a felony, you can't get firearms no matter what the felony is. And granted, you can still get them off the streets or how people get them. But felonies stop a lot of useful things, like certain places. Like if you try to get a house in a neighborhood that has an HOA, you can't get one there. They don't do felonies. Like you can, and there's workarounds around it, but 9 times out of 10 they're gonna deny you because you got a felony. Certain places won't hire you with a felony. Certain places won't do business. It's a lot that comes with having a felony. Siri, stop. It's just annoying. So yeah, it's a lot that goes with having a felony, and granted she got a misdemeanor, so she could technically still carry on with her life as if nothing happened, even though she can't in the same breath, if that makes sense. Oh shit.
Didn't frighten Marlena though, as on June 25th, 2025, with just 3 days remaining in the Lee County work program, Velez was caught concealing her cell phone and bringing it into the program, which violated the conditions of her probation and led to an arrest warrant being issued on July 29th, 2025, where she is currently being held in custody.
Damn. Shorty just didn't give a fuck. Community service, essentially. Community service is technically open slavery. For the simple fact, what they make you do is they make you go clean up the some, not all. Some make you go clean up the streets. Some make you, what else? Feed like the homeless. Some kind of just depends on what they see fit for you doing. What they may seem like. Majority of it though is you going cleaning up the streets, right? Picking up trash off the floor, finding broken needles, shit like that, which that entails of trash. And you're supposed to do that from, and I won't say from sundown to sunup, but it feels like it's sundown to sunup. But the fact that she didn't care, or she had 3 days left, she probably thought that, oh well, 3 days left, I'd done the whole time. Nah, probation, you have 30 seconds left. If you fuck up within that 30 seconds, what they're going to do is they're going to open that case back up, and you're gonna get charged for the case as if you didn't do that probation. That's what happened to her. So now she's being held
Without bond.
And she probably, whatever time they seen fit, she probably got to serve that. So she probably got a year. Maybe.
It's the day after Christmas just north of Rochester, and a woman walking her dog has made a chilling discovery.
We're not doing this. We might do this video though. We're gonna see. But like I was saying, shit, the probation, yeah, she probably got like a year, 3 years. and they said she don't got no bond. She only had a $150 bond, 700 some change, plus the two. In total, she probably had to pay 1,025, maybe. What, 220 for that? I think it was 775 for. Essentially, she fucked herself. That's what I'm saying. That misdemeanor, like, she would have been able to skate, go on, not worry. Now she actually got this on her record, and yeah, misdemeanors do go on your record. And yeah, people do look at misdemeanors like, oh, this person's a fuck up still. But misdemeanors are easier to negotiate than an actual felony charge. But that being said, we're gonna end this here. This is part 2 of part 1. I'm probably gonna post them in the same day. Probably post one, probably more than likely at the same time, so people, see, oh, right then and there. But that being said, again, like, comment, subscribe, comment to help me while I'm figuring this shit out. I'm also gonna be, taking what you guys say and using the knowledge that you guys intel or input, but I'll also be, responding when I can, when I get a chance. Like will help me figure out if you guys actually fuck with the videos or not. Subscribe if you really fuck with me. If you don't, I'm not gonna say it won't make a difference on your end, or yeah, if you don't subscribe, it won't make a difference on your end. It'll just make a difference on my end. So, that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next one.